everybody again, it's Jake. And I've been sandbagging the house because we had a storm down here in Oceano and the lagoon kept trying to creep up into my house. I called the news people and I actually got the county to do something. But 6 years ago, dude, we had emergency permits in place to clean all the drains and all the gutters and everything, with environmental impact and all that. So that this wouldn't happen. But right now I've lost at least $20,000 to $30,000 worth of property between the barns and the equipment that I had because they didn't do it in a timely fashion. My dad used to say, you gotta clean the gutters before it rains. He was right, and they didn't. And I'm really upset about it. I don't know what to do. The county wouldn't even listen to him if I hadn't shamed him on the news. And I'm really getting tired of it. I mean, I've lived here all my life. I've worked hard. I'm an honest guy. I go to church, so to speak. I don't do illegal drugs. I'm not a bad guy, but every time I turn around, this happens or that happens. They don't listen unless I say, hey, I'm the guy that helped get all this going. I'm the guy that called the supervisors and said, there's no limit on that emergency permit to keep us from flooding. You guys can go down and do some creative land work with the drains and get all this water out of here. And this has been going on for I don't know how long. And there's so much money that has been made by not doing anything. They all have a study or an impact report, and they'll go over it and they'll find out what's where and how many of these they are. And then by the time that gets implemented, years have passed and they need another one. And in the meantime, nothing ever gets done. And I live in Oceano, and they call it a floodplain, Laura, but it never used to be. Back when this was designed by the Corps of Engineers, it drained fine. It worked fine. And it worked so good that populations rose and people built houses and families here and everything. And then all of a sudden, they're just dropping the ball and saying, we're going to let it go back to nature. Well, it's too late for that. You know, water's one of the most powerful things on our planet. And there's no way that we can get around it, but we can manage it. And if we think smart and put it in a schedule ahead of time to make sure that when it does rain that these things don't happen, it's so much easier. But nobody wants to think about doing any flood control stuff whenever the sun's shining in California. No, they think it's all happiness and butterflies and whatnot, and it's not, because then when it turns around and we barely get any rain, or we do get rain like we got, we don't know what to do with it. And we should be better stewards of our land. You know, that we should save some of this water or do something other than just let it stagnate and rot and flood people's homes and ruin lives and make people sick. 3 blocks, well, not even that, 2 blocks up the street is a dang sewer plant. And in 2010, the water got so bad, all the pumps shut down, and we had billions of gallons of raw sewage running through our neighborhoods, coming up through my sink and tubs and right in front of my door, and everybody in the whole town got sick. Are we that bad of a society that we just can't spend a little time ahead of time to manage these things, and then we just try to recover from them afterwards? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, well, it makes dollars and cents, I guess, if you're on the other end of it. But down here in the trenches, dude, these are people's lives. You know, they call it minor flooding in Oceano. Well, it's not minor when it's your house. It's not minor when your life is floating down the street. It's not minor when thousands of gallons of somebody else's poop comes through your house. That's not minor. There are so many people smarter than me. My dad used to say, gotta be smart enough to pour piss out of a boot before you put it on. But there's a lot of truth to that. I don't know where I got that saying from. It's kind of funny. But anyway, you guys, I'm tired. I am tired of it. I mean, none of the people that make the decisions about our area actually live here. Nobody lives in Oceano that makes any decisions on the flood control. I can almost bet. I had a guy tell me the other day from the sewer plant, I'm not going to mention no names, is that, oh, if you're flooding, I would just kick the cap off of this sewer cap right here, let all the water run into the sewer checkout, and be pumped up the street to the sewer plant, but out of my area. And I'm thinking, oh, number one, what a selfish bastard, and number two, you're not going to get rid of thousands of acre feet of freaking water that way. That ain't smart. Like I said, I am just frazzled, dude. I am. I cannot believe that all these smart people can't come up with a better idea. And all I'm saying is, put it on your calendar ahead of time to do maintenance on the areas that you know that are going to get rained on. And if we don't get rain, that's fine too. Because they need maintenance and upkeep. It's kind of like sweeping your driveway, maybe. I met some cool people, though, on the news. One guy I like, his name's Michael. He was a real dude. I had another news lady that came out, and she was more worried about the fit of her pants and the height of her boots, or how much thousands of dollars I was going to lose, than what the real problem is the environmental impact on these zones by not taking care of these things ahead of time. Because when all this floods out, it washes out everybody's driveways and pesticides and lawnmowers and gasoline and oil, and everything just spreads, and it leaves this film all over everything. And then you never get rid of it. Well, you do it, but it takes time. Back in 2010, dude, I told them that this was going to be bad, and then I sounded like an idiot. Because for 5 years it didn't frickin' rain and nobody cared. I still don't know why they don't have storage ponds set up ahead of time upstream from these drain problems that can help keep the water in California. Instead of dumping it through people's yards, making it all polluted, and then sending it to the ocean. Boy, I'll tell you what, that's a win-win, isn't it? Well, you know what, I'm just sick of it. I don't care how many people see this or if they don't, and I know it's too long, but God, guys, take care of your place. Clean the drains before it rains. Anyway, that's enough about me. What's that like in your neck of the woods?